In the fall of 1849, Kit Carson got a desperate knock on his door in Taos, New Mexico. An American woman had been kidnapped by the Jicarilla Apaches, and they believed that Kit Carson was the only person who could save her. Although he was only 40 years old at the time, Kit Carson was a living legend in the United States. Carson's heroic status had been amplified by his life story being told and retold in dime store novels. In reality, he'd been living life as a mountain man and as a frontiersman, and as a scout for the United States Army working in the John C. Fremont expeditions that helped map the western U.S. And in the course of his career, he had killed many Native Americans and was notorious among Native American tribes as a great Indian killer. The Army asked for Kit Carson's services in tracking down the Apache who had kidnapped Ann White from the party that had been attacked. He found their track and led them to their camp, but found out that unfortunately, Ann White was already dead. What disturbed Kit Carson even more about the situation was that when they looked around the camp, he found a book that was a fictionalized account of his own life, describing all of his heroic acts defeating the Indians around the West. In other words, Kit Carson was ashamed that he wasn't able to live up to the fictionalized legend that these writers had built around him. Outside of Crestone, Colorado, in the San Luis Valley in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, there is a mountain called Kit Carson Peak. As I make this video, there are actually discussions happening about whether or not this mountain will have its name changed. So time will tell whether or not Kit Carson's name will remain in place, towering above the historic lands of the Jicarilla Apaches and the Ute Indians who he hunted down during his life. We'll see.